The Climate Prediction Center has issued an El Nino advisory.
This could be a hurricane season for the record books.
Also looking more likely with the latest forecast. Surf's up, and we're talking extreme.
A solid run of northwesterly swells will charge Hawaii starting on the last day of 2015 and continuing right through the first several days of the new year.
Hey, Bethany.
Hey, Kevin. I really want to tow Jaws. It looks like there's a lot of swell on the horizon.
Yeah, the storm is kind of in that classic spot. This next one looks like maybe 50-foot wide, so it looks good.
I think you always have some wave or experience in mind that you're hoping to get. You only actually get that experience or that wave probably only a handful of times in your whole life. But you're always chasing that. And she has really high standards.
Jaws is one of the most iconic waves in the world, and it's a wave I've always dreamed of surfing.
There's nothing else that I've ever seen or experienced that even comes close to that wave. And that's what draws us all there, year after year, swell after swell.
When she said she wanted to do Jaws, I had no idea what she wanted to do. Cool, Jaws, go for it. Sounds fun.
It's radical. I mean, I've surfed out there 2 or 3 times, and the place is so scary.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to do that. Oh my gosh, when you're in impact zone, you seriously think you're gonna die.
The ocean, when it's at its biggest and wildest states, there's really no other playing field like it in any sport. And that's what drives these people. They want to push the boundaries of possibility.
We're tracking swells and we're just watching clips of amazing waves and perfect conditions. When we saw the perfect swell, like, okay, we got to go to Maui, like, tomorrow.
The anticipation was really kind of intense.
When you greenlight a project, boom, everything has to go into play, all the moving parts. The boats, the skis, the people, everyone's flying in. You got to make sure everything's set up right logistically. It's calculated chaos.
I was working with DK and Sean, and they're like the top guys out there helping with safety on big, gnarly days.
If someone tells you they're not scared out there, they're completely lying. Everyone's scared. You're nervous. Your level of stress is through the roof. You're anxious. You're trying to stay calm. You don't want to get your heart rate up. I'm like shaking trying to talk about it.
It starts like hit home, like we're going out there. We're gonna go see this monster of a wave.
It was like a noise I'd never heard before coming out of the bow of an ocean. It was like, whoa, this place is crazy.
It feels and sounds like an avalanche when the waves break. With the helicopters flying around and the drones and the jet skis and the boats and all of the stuff that's happening, it just becomes so busy. And there's so much energy. And then these giant sets come through and people are wiping out. All this really radical stuff is happening. It's like, I don't think there's anywhere in the world that is so intense.
It's firing. Yeah? It's kind of slow, but it's good.
Yeah.
Let me know about the go check it out up close.
Okay.
Big one, yeah.
It's literally the most beautiful wave to see in person. It's mesmerizing. But like, you almost don't want to watch it too long because it's just such a big, scary wave.
You decide to go out there. You decide to take that wave, and there's implications in that. You know, there's a ton of risk.
Heard a big scream over there at the last week, I mean, like bright scream. And this thing came up, I saw it coming, it went underneath the water, and it turned about, the little light was about that far away, and you could see his tail. We look over by West Reef, and they were all going in. He goes, fuck, someone got bit over there. We heard screaming, you know, and they all went in, and we worked our way over slowly, looking for it.
I went in to see her, and she was as white as a sheet of paper. I mean, she was like white from loss of blood, and I looked down and her arm was gone, and it blew my mind. Heaviest moment of my life, just to see that.
It was pretty heavy, but I was so thankful she was alive.
Being her positive self, she looks at me and she goes, "Don't worry, Dad, I'm gonna be okay," you know.
One of the stories this morning was that you were a sure bet to go professional.
That was pretty much my dream.
Yeah, it was really hard to try to figure out, you know, what the future held.
Everything that we had been working toward as a family, all the successes and a room full of trophies, everything, we just saw it all gone. And now what?
So did they tell you what's ahead for you from here?
I don't know.
My love for surfing started on the north shore of Kauai in Honolulu Bay. My mom was Queen of Honolulu. She was charged and had that passion for surfing bigger waves.
I'd see her surfing. She'd be out usually before I was.
I first noticed him because he had a really nice Volkswagen van. That caught my eye. Everything was designed around taking care of the family and having time to surf.
We were just so happy. For us, it was like the ultimate dream to be able to surf with your kids.
Bethany! Wave to Daddy.
When she was 6 or 7, I would go out and push her into waves. When she caught her first wave on her own, it was a breaking point where she knew she could do it. I just saw a natural ability she had.
Surfing was just so much fun for her that she just naturally got good at it.
I was pushing her, and my brother was pushing her. We were always out surfing together.
Here goes Noah. Oh, he got barrel.
When our kids started surfing, we bought a new camera and We filmed everything. And you can rewind and watch what you just filmed.
We watch it and talk about it and try to help her improve.
Paddle hard.
It was hard to stay afloat living out here in Hawaii. So both my parents worked 2 to 3 jobs. It was a lot on them. My mom delivered magazines around the island, which to me was like the best job ever because I got to drive all around the island and surf like all different spots.
Okay, keep on going. Go up on the pier.
I built independence and confidence, having my parents trust me off on my own surfing. I had confidence in my ability, and I felt like that internal drive. By age 8, I knew I was going to be a professional surfer. I can remember dreaming about all the most amazing waves in the world and envisioning a map in my house and putting the little pins on all the different locations that I wanted to go to. Watching all my surf heroes surfing those waves, and just couldn't wait to do it myself.
Girls, can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
What's your favorite place to surf?
Pine trees. Yeah.
Where's that? Do you live around here?
Yeah, it's in Hanalei Bay, Kauai.
When I turned 9, I met Bethany. We literally drove everyone crazy, I think. In the water, out of the water. We were just rascals.
Her and Alana were so fun to hang out with. Roll over. They were just very adventurous.
We kind of did it all. And we were just very athletic.
They both signed up to swim training under Dick Oliver. There's Dick. His dream is to take someone to the Olympics. When they got back into the water, they were so fired up. They could out-paddle adults.
Bethany was like the ringleader. Whatever she was doing, I just like had to keep up. She was charging waves at the time. I was just like, oh my God, I guess I have to do that too. But I hated it. There was no stopping her. She just liked that adrenaline.
There's my daughter right there. Yeah.
Do you always surf together? Do you always surf together?
Yeah. Friendship makes a big difference when you're surfing. Yeah.
I was doing a surfing lesson down near the pier, and 2 little girls came out, did laps around me, catching waves and paddling like demons. Bethany's dad asked if she could be on the team. I put her on, and then Alana wanted to be put on the team. Alana and Bethany, best friends, so they fed off each other.
I would soak up everything Coach Russell would give us. Run the beach, do drills together, and I was just thriving in that environment.
Most people don't like running to the pier and back. And she turned around and said, can I run it twice? That's when I knew she was different. Set the bar this high, she always double it.
All the contests growing up were beach start, she's in blue, 15 minutes, top 3 waves.
That beach start was like such a big deal. You paddle as hard as you could just to prove that you were the fastest paddler. Bethany would enter our division 2 years younger than me and would be the first person out.
There she goes.
I'd be second, but she was always first.
Good girl.
Yeah, I remember beating all the boys. It was fun.
That's the end of the heat.
And within the first year, she was winging pretty much everything she went in.
She's a machine.
Bethany in first place.
It wasn't too much longer after that, she got sponsored by Rip Curl.
Being on the Rip Curl team is really awesome. All the girls are nice. It makes me try harder because I want to improve and show them how good I'm doing. And I don't want to get kicked off. I want to stay on the Rip Curl team.
Our generation of girl surfers were so strong. We came in kind of like a force.
The Hawaii boom of kids was starting to really come alive. These super heavyweight female up-and-comers.
In third place, Coco Ho. In second place, Alana Blanchard. And ladies and gentlemen, our champion in the 10 to 12-year-old girls shortboard, Bethany Hamilton. Congratulations.
Bethany was the one to beat. You know, and she super competitive. She had a really great connection with the ocean and finding the right waves. And then when she stood up on a board, she was flawless, smooth and powerful.
How fast she paddled and how aggressive she was really irritating to some of the girls because she would have been just catching any wave she wanted with those arms.
NSSA Nationals is the biggest event of the year for any amateur in the United States. It's really where all the scouts come for every company to kind of scope people out. You're really looking at that next caliber of surfers who are right on the edge of turning pro.
Okay, here we go, rider up. Here comes Bethany Hamilton. Oh, nice.
And we're looking at her going, this kid, you're something special.
Good scoring ride for Bethany Hamilton from Hawaii.
What did you get in your heat?
What do you think?
I was pretty assured that there's nothing going to stop Bethany from becoming world champ.
Are you concerned about sharks at all?
Yeah.
How do you deal with it?
Just pray.
I watched my friend's arm get bit off. It definitely affected me.
After surviving a shark attack, she's in the hospital tonight, pretty rough shape. Critical condition.
I would have nightmares, and to this day, I'm scared of sharks.
I'm glad it was me and no one else out there.
Why is that?
I'd just rather have it be me than Alana. Because I love her so much.
I didn't know what was going to happen with my life because my best friend's life has changed. So I thought mine was going to change forever too.
I'd be like, can you get me started? Did you go to the beach shop? Yeah, my dad had made me because he said I have to get, like the therapist guy, he's like, you have to get back to your normal life.
Oh,
so I had to go surfing. I think I was in the park and I started crying.
Where'd you go out
But
at?
it was just a huge struggle.
Officials pulled everybody out of the water and closed down the section of the beach just for safety's sake.
I didn't surf tunnels for a long time after that happened because I was really scared, you know.
This was not a regular shark. Officials described it as aggressive.
I told her, well, we could move to Mammoth, go snowboarding. She goes, no.
As supportive as, like, say my mom was, she didn't see the possibility me surfing with one arm.
So I also got attacked by a tiger shark. Ended up in the same hospital as Bethany. In those first few days, you just have so many questions.
Was it hard learning again or no?
How to surf? Kind of thing, or just like?
Like whatever you were doing.
Not really. Like, pretty much things you do that you never really think about doing. the rest of your life. Like, it's like adapting, but it's actually kind of fun because you learn how to figure out new ways of doing it.
Yeah,
But nobody else, yeah, and everything. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's pretty satisfying knowing that you can pull it off, and some people that are full-limbed can't even do it. It just makes your mind stronger. I surfed on the way this morning on a longboard, and I tried paddling with one arm. It's fully possible.
Oh, it is?
Fully possible, yeah. And then you just have to do like the one-hand push-up. Watch, your hands gonna get so buff and strong.
And you could stand up with your leg?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You kind of want to go surfing already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, me too. Wow, yeah, it's gonna be so much fun though when you are the first time, yeah. That's not it's pretty much the funnest day of surfing you'll ever have.
Within 6 days of losing my arm, I already had hopes to surf with one arm. You know, I didn't know like what that would even look like, but I wanted to give it a go.
Everything doesn't happen at once. It takes patience. It's all these little pieces that you sort of build upon.
It's hard.
You start building on these little things and learn how to adapt to make your body do these things.
Don't drop it.
I will drop it. You need to help me.
Oh. You think you're gonna surf again?
I think. I know. I'm gonna surf again.
Is your prayer? Yeah. Let's do this.
Most believed her hopes and dreams for a superstar surfing career were gone, but Bethany was back on her board 4 weeks later. And did you ever for one moment think you wouldn't go back in the water?
I think it went through my head once or twice, but once things came clear in my mind, I knew I'd be back out there.
You got clear really quickly, didn't you?
Yeah.
I told my dad, I want to do a surf contest. Let's do this. And my dad's like, yeah, let's do this.
I was all for it.
Half of the struggle of surfing with one arm was just getting through the surf to be able to go and catch waves. I just couldn't even get out because I couldn't duck dive. Just waves crashing on me over and over again.
She was just getting really beat up, and I was getting beat up watching it. That's when I realized she couldn't hold on to her board, and that's why I came up with the idea for the handle. This is the secret to Bethany's handle. They're leash plugs that go on the deck of the board, but we use them as an adaptation to make her a handle so she can duck dive. So Bethany can get under the white water or under a set wave that's coming at her and come up the back.
There's word on the street, Bethany's coming to nationals. When she announced she was coming back to compete, we were all jaw dropped.
I think we all supported her in a way that we didn't think she was gonna come back. You know, we were all like, hey, Bethany, we're here for you. You don't have to keep going. You don't have to do this.
I wanted to get back to normal life and normal routine. So I had Ben Ipa coach me, come up with a strategy.
When she had the accident, I thought the feeling she would have for surfing, it's not going to be the same. You know, there's going to be fear in it. But no way, man.
Carissa definitely dominated nationals. I don't think any of us had a chance at lowers.
They were such a competitive group, and I think she was driven by that.
We're down at the water line. Okay, we're talking. I just look up and I look at the people, and they look so confused, man. The biggest question was, what's she doing? And I just told her, just turn around and look back. I'd like you to see something, okay? So she turned around, she looked at the people. When you're going in the water, just catching the wave, you're gonna throw them off. And I just told her, just give them something to see.
The moment she paddled out, everybody on the beach was just spellbound. Nobody could fathom, like, paddling out with one arm and even just catching a wave with one arm and getting up. Nobody thought it was possible. So for all of us, it was just like this, you're literally watching like a science experiment.
All right, take it off on a really good lap. One, it's Bethany Hamilton, big snap off the top, and a second one.
That was a good wave. That was like a 6.5.
Good job, Bethany.
Carissa got knocked out in the semis, but in the finals, there was still some really good competition.
Bethany Hamilton cuts back.
She just teed off, just boom, boom, boom. It was just surreal. Like, everybody on the beach was losing their mind. She just tore that heat apart and just obliterated her competition.
How does it feel to be a winner?
I don't know.
Yes,
Awesome.
you do.
Indescribable.
Well, first of all, I have to give thanks to Jesus Christ because he's like my everything. Without him, I could be here right now. And I want to thank my coach, Vanessa. And all you girls for like making the competition funner and harder, and especially Carissa. I guess thanks. After winning nationals, my ambition was to qualify for the world tour.
We were going to qualify together. That was our dream.
Qualifying for the world tour is one of the toughest needles to thread. You're talking about going to all these different countries, competing in all these different variety of ways.
They call it the grind. There's a lot of girls who want it and will do anything it takes to get it.
Okay, please, surfers up front, please spell in. Surfers start call 5 minutes, 5 minutes remaining. Up and riding. That's surfer being
It was daunting. Daunting looking at the conditions and just looking for opportunity to advance through your heat.
The tour is not designed for people who paddle slow, and you've got to be aggressive.
There was a lot of beach break where like duck diving nonstop, and especially with one arm, it was so hard to just get through the lineup.
It's hard to go and do that for 8 contests in a row and 6 heats in a row if you want to win the contest. It's so mentally exhausting.
Bethany Hamilton made headlines around the world when she was attacked by a 14-foot tiger shark.
She had a lot of attention around her. From a young age, she started doing all this media.
A teenage surfer who survived a shark attack threw out the first pitch before tonight's Yankees game.
Come on out, Bethany. Yeah.
Woo! She had so many obligations. I could see her life changing.
I'm very proud to present this Teen Choice Courage Award to Bethany Hamilton.
Well, you've written a wonderful book. It's called Soul Surfer. This is a story for all of us because we all have challenges and struggles in our lives.
Bethany Hamilton, one courageous athlete pitching in to help children affected by Hurricane Katrina. You were in Thailand recently.
The kids were really scared of the ocean from the tsunamis, just trying to help them.
You're going to the hospital to see the wounded Iraqi soldiers.
This is an opportunity to like be a light and be a role model, and she saw that, but she's still just a kid herself. Like, she's not ready for this.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind of a life for you. Award shows, hanging out with celebrities. You like it? It's fun, right? It's different.
It is. It took a toll on Bethany. She didn't like getting asked the same question.
Why did the shark get off your arm? I don't know.
I think the obvious question for a lot of people is why? Why get back on that board again?
What went through your mind when all of that took place?
I don't know.
To be on tour, you really have to focus on one thing. And she had too many things going on.
It was the end of the year, and we both were on the cusp of like qualifying or not. Me and Bethany ended up in the same heat, and it was like really a weird feeling.
She caught a wave like underneath me, not being aggressive enough to keep her off the wave.
Shit, she could get some points on this wave. Oh, come on, Bethany, get a wave.
I ended up winning, and she ended up losing in that heat. I just was like, this isn't how it's supposed to go.
I'd missed qualifying by one heat, and it was just the worst feeling ever. You worked so hard ever since you were 8 years old, and then you work so hard with one arm, and it's one heat away.
It's amazing that we could still keep our friendship, but we definitely had to go in different paths.
I just got so burnt out on losing and lost that belief in myself. I was seeing a lot of my good friends qualifying and then winning world titles, and me just kind of getting left behind. I can't help but imagine what I could have accomplished if I hadn't lost my arm.
Joining me now is Bethany Hamilton. Her incredible story is told in the new movie Soul Surfer. Bethany, what a pleasure to have you here.
I was going on media tours and speaking events, and my focus was shifting. I also had a lot of financial obligations to make sure I was making enough money to keep things afloat. Surfing wasn't really enough to hold that up. I was asking God to help me through that time. It was unclear how my future would be.
When my son Timmy got married, and I seen this really big, handsome guy walking with my mother-in-law, helping her sit down, pulling out her chair, and going, wow, who's this guy? And I didn't know she had a relationship going.
Any guy that's interested in Bethany, I'm gonna really vet him.
Your natural instinct is you want to give this guy the vibe and kind of have your guard up as a big brother. It was hard, you know, I let it all go. I was like, this guy's awesome.
She wanted to get married. And I was like, but you guys didn't even like hang out that much yet. And she's like, no, I already know.
9 months after we met, we started talking about marriage. So it was like going fast.
I thought I knew what I wanted until I met Adam.
Will you, Adam, have Bethany to be your wife?
I will.
Will you love her, comfort her, honor and respect her, and forsake all others for her alone all the days of your life?
I will. I knew my life would be completely different than what I was doing before our marriage. We're jumping on the Bethany bandwagon train. We're going all in.
How's Bethany doing today? I'd say she's rocking it. We caught up with her and her new husband.
Today, I'm telling the story of a sun-dried tomato. And life's all about the unexpected.
Next up is going to be Bethany Hamilton. Now, she's got a lot of fans here.
I've never done any acting, really, so it's kind of been fun. I'm actually really enjoying it.
Bethany Hamilton made an appearance in Encinitas tonight, but a huge crowd of fans was there to greet her.
The wait was unbelievable, but a determined few hundred met their hero.
I've wanted to meet her for a long time now, and I want to be a pro surfer when I get older.
Bethany Hamilton stopped by the Ron John Surf Shop to meet fans and sign autographs.
She just makes everybody inspired and want to go out there and surf. She never gave up.
When we submit our lives to Christ, His mercy and love will bring true fulfillment to our lives.
I never realized how big a deal Bethany was. Random people would come up, they just want a picture, and it's pretty cool that she can be that role model to somebody. Not only little girls, but these tough-looking guys with beards.
Felt like I had a lot on my plate and like just so much on my shoulders alone. And then when we came together as husband and wife, we became a team.
You recently got married. Tell us about your husband.
He's from Kansas. But he's surfing great for a Kansas boy. We are just ready to conquer things together. Yeah! I hope this challenge is doable.
Nice, nice.
Good job, baby! Whoa, holla!
We started talking about what is our future going to look like, and what are the things that we're passionate about. Let's pursue those.
I love being in the ocean. It's for sure my happy place. And he knew that I still had unfulfilled goals that I wanted to check off with my surfing.
I want to support her, and I want to be there for her. A professional surfing career doesn't last forever. So, yeah, let's do this thing.
We as surfers dream of surfing these different iconic waves around the world. I just love the idea of pushing myself in all different types of waves and being a well-rounded surfer.
In surfing, there's many skill sets. To be really good at every skill set is basically the upper echelon of the sport. There's only a handful of men and even fewer women who are really pushing that envelope.
When it comes to accomplishing dreams and goals, I think there's so many key ingredients: passion, drive, dedication, commitment, and support from people around you.
Bethany reached out to me to really work on her aerial game. The technique of aerial surfing is one of the most difficult things to learn, and doing it with one arm makes it even more difficult. I'll put my hand in my pocket.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm like... You know what I mean? It's real, you're not moving a lot. When she's turning her head, like she has to do it more than the average person. She's making up for that with her head and her other arm. That's all right.
I was able to just picture what I wanted to do on a wave, but like do it over and over and over again.
Nice.
Much better.
The most important thing for us is to find a wave where you actually have enough speed and power.
Yeah.
Bali is a great place to go to do airs.
Over the past couple days, local wind looks generally favorable through the region, and we should see a couple days of pretty epic surf. We'll see you out in the water.
It takes that certain thing of understanding you have a potential and knowing that potential inside you and wanting to fulfill it to its maximum. Most people who are like that are really hard on themselves.
I can see that stress on her. I can feel her just like wanting to succeed and wanting to like perform super well.
It's just been kind of rough, to be honest. Like, I haven't really done what I believe I can do, and it feels really achy.
It takes a lot of determination, strength, and willpower to let go and be patient with yourself and go through 100 failures to get that one success. She sent me a text of her doing this sick Air 360. I knew she was very driven and motivated to do it, but to text me a week later, I was blown away.
That feeling of nailing like the gnarliest thing I've ever done felt so crazy good, and just keep feeling that drive.
After a slow last few days in the Southwest Pacific, things are starting to roar back to life. We are monitoring a strong storm system that is going to develop over the next couple of days. The real kicker with this storm system is how close it's going to be to Tahiti.
In the history of surfing, Chopo has just been one of the benchmarks. It's one of the only places on the planet that every single wave will barrel.
I really wanted to challenge myself to get better at my barrel riding. When I was 10 or 12 years old, I remember first seeing footage of Keala Kennelly surfing Chopu and being so stoked on her and wanting to emulate what she's doing, if not be better.
It is incredible to surf and incredible to watch, but it has very, very severe consequences.
Seeing the wipeout highlights of Chopu, I kind of had a grasp on what it looked like and what it could do to people.
When you see a wave freight training down the reef, it makes your stomach kind of turn just watching it. just has this unique ability to just stop every single surfer in their tracks, no matter how good they are, and just be mesmerized by what this wave is capable of doing.
Adrenaline is going from head to toe, just feeling like so excited. Getting barreled, it's like no other feeling. The ocean is like surrounding you. I don't think you can explain it truly until you're in there.
I was sitting in the channel in the boat right over the peak of the wave and seeing everything like right there. Seeing Bethany like get on a wave, you know, I was like holding my breath.
Things weren't going well. I think we're like trying to almost force something good to happen. Finally, I know it's a good one, but I definitely let go of the rope too early.
There's so much energy and wanting to score some waves. We were just on it all the time.
I'm so close to one of my favorite waves in the world. And it's just not working out. The best kind of barrel, you're not gonna make it. You're just not gonna make it. But you try anyway. You're just like,
yeah, Bethany.
Thank you.
Oh, that was sick.
After that, I just felt so weak, like so exhausted. All of a sudden, I am an emotional wreck.
She had suspicions.
My period's super late.
Nah, you're not pregnant. We gotta put the suspicions behind us, get the test. It comes out positive. Bethany did 2 other tests and they all came out positive.
I just didn't feel ready to be a mom.
So a few months after finding out she's pregnant, she gets an invitation to surf in this 4-women heat at Pipeline with Carissa, Tyler Wright, and Steph Gilmore.
Aloha and welcome everybody to the island of Oahu. Here we are at the Bonsai Pipeline, the most dangerous wave in the world. Up next, the women in a specialty heat will be competing against each other and nature.
She asked, what are the risks of surfing Pipeline while pregnant? And the risks are there.
A very special entrant, I think, is Bethany Hamilton. Looking forward to seeing what she can do out here.
Oh, definitely. It's been a while since I've seen Bethany Hamilton in the water.
She's going to relish the opportunity to come up against 3 of the very best.
Nobody knew that she was pregnant yet. If you had like an eye for it, you could almost tell that, yeah, maybe she's showing, but you know, maybe not.
I wanted to tell Carissa so bad, and I just didn't feel like I could tell her because I wasn't telling anyone. I didn't want to tell them crying. I wanted to tell them with a smile.
This is one of the most treacherous and you know, one of the more waves of consequence that we have in the world.
Wow, and here she goes. Bethany Hamilton takes the first ride.
Ooh. I don't even know what I was thinking. I had fears of not being able to surf as well or even have the time to surf. But I also had one-arm fears of just changing his diaper and holding his head stable enough and being a good mom.
Look at this one now. This is Bethany Hamilton, a late drop.
Ooh.
And she takes a fall.
I've always really looked forward to being a mom one day. That was like one of my greatest hopes in life. But then when it finally came my way, I was almost like rejecting that great hope that I've always had.
I think it was a unique time for us, for her to realize that, that I'm there for her to bring her through any challenges that this is going to bring us. We're going to figure out a way to make our lives work with this kid and still be able to do the things that we love.
As I started to see his excitement and other people's excitement around me, I was like, wow, this is a gift from God.
So we have a little surprise for you.
Chris and I were going to Australia, and we were looking at our phone, and we're like, wait, Bethany's pregnant.
She's pregnant. Yes.
And we were laughing because we're like, nothing was slowing her down.
Second trimester, Bethany was confident in who she was and what this pregnancy was going to be like.
Once we found out she was pregnant, there's going to be extra stresses, there's going to be extra loads or tension on her hips and on her back. And so I wanted to further focus our therapies to make sure her body was able to handle that extra stress. I wanted her to keep surfing as long as she could, as long as it didn't cause any discomfort. She knows her body really well, so she knows when something's right or wrong.
My surfing got smoother. I got better at surfing while I was pregnant. The anticipation was building and building. It was May 31st, around 11 at night, I started to go in labor. In all the chaos and pain of giving birth, you forget it all as soon as Tobias came out. The start of a new beginning for the three of us. New diaper on and under. No crying aloud. No crying aloud, Tobias. Oh, spit up. It's a baby's world. 7 weeks post-birth, I got invited to surf in the Lowers Pro. Putting so many years on the QS and coming so close to qualifying to then be in the situation I was reaching for was super exciting. I just couldn't say no. I had 3.5 months before the competition. My first day getting back in the ocean, I just felt so weak and weird and off. My body was just thrashed from giving birth and going through pregnancy. You feel really different. Hi, baby. I surfed like 2 days in a row, and the third day, I felt worse that day than the day after giving birth. I had to just go lay down.
The 2015 World Surf League has arrived at Lower Trestles. The wild card Bethany Hamilton trying to take out all the contenders in this year's world title race.
It was our first trip traveling with Tobias. I was full-time nursing him. I really couldn't be away from him for more than 2 hours.
How you brought the little man down?
He was still recovering from colic too at that point, so he was just kind of fussy. And sometimes he would eat and sometimes he wouldn't. It was so hard.
Welcome to the Swatch Women's Pro, stop number 7 on the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour.
An hour and a half and my heat starts.
The vibe there is very intense.
World title race is on.
I knew physically she was ready, but like mentally, she had to get in the right headspace.
Remember how special this wave is for Bethany. She won a national title out here, had the accident losing her arm, came back to win one, learning how to surf with one arm. You're watching the Swatch Women's Pro, featuring current world #1 Courtney Conlogue, Nikki Van Dyke, and wildcard Bethany Hamilton. As we see little Tobias on screen, rooting on his mom in a huge event here at Lower Trestles.
She just had her child June 1st. This only 4 months ago, and here she is competing. It's hard to take a long break like that and then jump right back into the jersey.
And all of a sudden, it just started howling, gnarly offshore winds. It just rattled me.
With now a little opportunity for the Hawaiian, that wind really holding her up on the takeoff. Hamilton will have to kick out.
And half of the time, my mind's still on the beach with Tobias.
And you can see right now, Bethany's first heat, she hasn't settled into that potential that we know she's capable of.
I totally flailed, and it felt horrible.
Come on, guys. Back up. Back up a little bit, please, guys. Everybody, this side.
Just feeling so frustrated. To blow such an amazing opportunity. You can't do something like that half-heartedly.
Yeah, if it works good and it's quiet, it's even better than what I thought. Yeah, it's not a loud one.
Being a guy, like, I want to provide. I want to be depended on. Because that's how I grew up. That's how everyone I knew grew up. Hey, Tobias. Whoa, whoa. It's definitely, like, challenging. I started out thinking, like, okay, for this, like, few years or something, I'm going to support Bethany and things are kind of, like, phase out. And, like, I'll get a job.
I think it would just be really hard on us to be separated so much if he was busy with his own endeavors.
There's definitely a balance that we're trying to find and are continually.
I couldn't be where I am today without the way that he's supported me.
After a disappointing result at Lower Trestles, Bethany Hamilton gets the wild card for the Fiji Pro.
I always just dreamed of Fiji and thinking like, wow, that would be my dream wave to compete in. I couldn't just like let go of my goals and dreams for the world tour. So finally I'm like, yes, I'm there. First, I wanted to do a couple of surf trips to fine-tune my surfing and my fitness. The more opportunity you have to perform and work on your surfing, the better you get.
She like buckled down and trained her butt off.
By the time I got to Fiji, I was feeling really good.
Fiji is every surfer's favorite stop on tour.
Oh, it's like non-stop.
The waves breaks out in the middle of a reef 2 miles off the ocean. Not only is it a great high-performance wave, but there's a really heavy barrel when it's big. Warm water, tropical, you cannot do better.
I have to admit, of course I was excited when I saw that Bethany got the wild card, but I was a little skeptical. I've seen her in a couple of the events before, and unfortunately, if there aren't that many waves, it's really hard for her to compete.
The 2016 World Surf League Championship Tour has once again arrived in Fiji. Live streaming starts now.
Welcome back to the Fiji Pro Day 1 of competition here. Ronnie Blakey with Ross Williams. And Ross, we've just scored ourselves one of the best heats of the first round.
It's epic. You know, Bethany Hamilton, one of the most famous surfers on the planet, up against Tyler that's wearing the yellow jersey. Then, of course, Nikki Van Dyke. She's right there in the mix. Excited to see this heat.
Well, still no waves ridden just yet. Not a lot of opportunity in the opening stages of this heat.
This is a funky heat right here. Low scores, not many waves, so it's going to just be a total pressure test here in the last 10 minutes.
Nothing separating first from third as Nikki. She makes a run at the #1 position. Nice looking wall.
Oh, man. That wave was 10 times better than anything we've seen so far in this heat.
And this heat has come to a close, and Tyler Wright and Bethany Hamilton will have to fight their way out of the second round.
That was annoying. Our heat shut off and there was no waves to surf. Not surfing very often. Look, Mama. Yeah. Okay, Mama, let's get you some milk. Let's get you some milk. Yeah. It's like, to me, this is really relaxing feeding. At this point, everyone's talking about Tyler shooting for the world title.
I was like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen in this round 2 against Tyler. You know, Tyler's been on fire all year.
What a run for Tyler Wright to start off the season, #1 in the world.
She's having the best start of her life. So right out of the gate, you've got a giant hurdle to climb.
We're in the same heat again.
So who's going to win this heat?
I think Tyler's going to take it out. She's just too sharp.
Strider?
I'm with him.
Yeah, it's hard to go against Tyler in the form she's in at the moment.
I'm like, oh my gosh, Tyler, I'm totally cheering for you. You're surfing amazing, like win the world title. But I really want to beat you right now.
Here goes Bethany, tucking into the barrel, finding some cover. A clean exit and looking to set up once again on the inside here. She needs an 8.9 to get herself into the lead. Here is the number. It's a 9 for Bethany Hamilton.
I wasn't ready for her to freaking throw up 9s against, you know, the current #1 in the world.
Well, 1 minute and 40 seconds to go, and Tyler, using priority, needs a 7.44 out of this ride to take the lead. Bethany is going to get herself on another decent set wave. Her open face turns again, looking strong as she tucks into the barrel once again on the inside. And a bit of body language there to finish that ride off. She feels good, stands tall, 30 seconds remaining. And the wild card, Bethany Hamilton, is going to take the win and move on through to round 3. And Tyler, for just the second time in her CT career, is falling out of the draw in the second round.
Out of everyone that I could lose to, I'm okay with it. Oh, it's so close. I'm stoked for her. I know, 0.1, it's so close. How she's been able to adapt and be the powerhouse that she is absolutely incredible. I don't know how she does it.
Bethany was like kind of in a rhythm. She got this confidence boost and she seemed like ready to just charge.
Well, we've got the third round hitting the lineup now, and the first heat is a big one. Steph Gilmore up against Joanne DeFay and the wild card who took out the Jeep ratings leader in the second round. And can she continue her magic run into the quarterfinals here?
Next round, I got 6-time world champ Steph Gilmore.
I'm competitive. I'm not going to shy away from that fact.
I can tell you right now that's why I'm here.
When you're a wild card, you're up against the world's best. But that's a huge opportunity. Whether you win or lose, it's kind of the Rocky Balboa thing. Sometimes you just want to go the distance with them.
Bethany Hamilton up at the moment, and she has picked off a wave that has actually cleaned up on the inside. And she sticks that float right on the end section. It's so shallow just there.
Well, that was pretty amazing right there from Bethany. Again, so much effort.
I was kind of like, okay, I need to actually focus here and do everything I can to try and beat it.
Six-time world champ Steph Gilmore. She has put together some of the best heats this year. But here she goes, an 8.67, so she is now in second spot. This is your Fiji Pro wildcard, Bethany Hamilton, leading this heat. Really feeling confident now and on the attack.
Man, Bethany just handing it to the top seeds.
She's surfing against the world's best, and she's blowing them out. Of course it's going to be a freaking home run story.
Tonight she is wowing the world all over again.
For her to take down 2 world champs, the current world champ and a 6-time world champ, is pretty rad.
We were hooting and hollering, jumping up and down.
We were pretty much screaming. I'm sure the neighbors heard us.
I was at a restaurant and I was screaming. I mean, it was like Super Bowl Sunday to me.
This is bigger than sports.
It really is inspiring. I think I'm just a reminder for the young girls that, like, hey, you can do it if you set your mind to it.
Now Hamilton rolls in, stomps the takeoff beautifully.
It was one of the best watched shows we've ever had.
Hamilton flies away on the inside corner, ton of variety, exploding on her big points. And we're gonna close out this first quarterfinal heat. The wild card from Hawaii absolutely dominating out here at Cloudbreak.
I would love to win this event, and I don't want to think about how stoked I am to be in the semis, because I want to win.
The craziest part for me is seeing her here in Fiji as a mom and multitasking between heats, like holding Tobias and making it all happen and keeping things organized and focused, which is so cool for all the girls on tour, especially me. I was like, hey, I'm gonna wait till my career's over and then have kids, but you know, it's really cool to see, hey, you can do both.
All the best out there.
Thank you.
Bethany now 26 years of age, competing in the top stage now for the second time. In the last 2 seasons, we saw it lowers, but now our best result in the making.
She's all the way into the semifinals, upset some huge names along the way.
I just get into that heat, like, so excited, but I just have no rhythm. Nothing goes my way. I'm like trying to turn the heat around, and it's just not happening.
As we close this one out, Joanne DeFay celebrates a big win to move on to the final, and we celebrate an amazing wildcard performance from Bethany Hamilton from Kauai.
Joanne went on to win the event, so at least I went down to number 1.
Bethany showing people and reminding people what she's capable of and what she's doing sends a message, regardless of whether she wins or not.
Congrats to Bethany Hamilton, shaking up the Jeep leaderboard.
Fiji was Bethany's best result in the CT, and yeah, so proud of her.
She was just on that level of the best in the world, and it was just cool to see it all come out. There's just so much emotion just talking about it because I'm extremely happy for her, and it's just, yeah, it's incredible.
After Fiji, I had been nominated for an ESPY award, and I got so excited. I was like, oh, Best Female Action Sports Athlete. And then I found out that I was nominated for Best Disabled Athlete.
According to E! News, 26-year-old professional surfer Bethany Hamilton has withdrawn her nomination for Best Female Athlete with a Disability.
To place me in a disabled category just didn't really seem fitting at all.
I really think the word disabled has a negative ring to it. I really like the word adaptive much better because it's a way of, getting around your physical ailments and using your mind to figure out how to get something accomplished.
Being often called soul surfer, shark girl, disabled, all these different names, for me it always kind of felt like being put into this box.
You want to tell us about your dream then?
It like came from behind me and it was like biting me belly.
Biting your belly?
Like my legs were in it and it was biting my belly and I was holding the lower jaw from coming into this way. And then I woke up.
Was it scary?
Uh-uh.
Come on, you can tell the truth.
It was not fun.
It wasn't fun?
It just wasn't scary.
I think of all like the struggles and pains that I've faced and gone through and how really it's God who's gotten me through all that. But yeah, at the same time, God gave me this passion to surf and it wasn't like that passion had been taken too. My life could have looked a lot different after losing my arm and I could have lived a simple, quiet life, but I still wanted to surf.
Father, we thank you for this wonderful day, the surf that you'll give Bethany safety out there and confidence to have fun and to have this opportunity. Yeah!
I think that time has come for us. When she goes and surfs crazy waves, I kind of just let her go for that nowadays.
Her journey's not what all her friends' journeys are. She's in rare air. She's in a place that no one's been.
It was super crowded, chaos everywhere. The sets were solid, 60-foot faces.
You can't predict anything. So we had ambulances on call, ready to go. We let the fire station, all the lifeguards, you know, we're going out. You just gotta be ready for anything.
It was very intense, not knowing what to expect.
Still get some westerlies coming your way, 2 more waves. Here comes a set. Take it ready. She's up.
I mean, I never thought I'd ever see this. I mean, this is beyond. Nice smile. Yeah. Yeah.
How was that?
So amazing. I like that I'm alive too. I feel like I need to get pounded on there.
You never had to pull a cord. That's crazy.
With tow surfing, all the credit goes to the driver that pulls you in. Like, yeah, you rode that wave, and cool, it was the biggest wave ever, but your driver got you that wave.
She wanted to paddle into John's. So like, okay.
Paddle surfing, it's all about you and your knowledge and all the preparation that you've done in your life to be where you are in that moment.
And the set came out of nowhere. She went over the falls, getting super annihilated. The board ended up pulling her back. She kept getting pushed in, and everything's moving so quickly. You gotta get her before she goes to the rocks.
Wait, I'll come back.
Copy that.
She's okay, smiling, all good.
Even though she just got like an 18-footer on the head, she came up smiling. And I was like, oh, you're gnarly. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe we're done. Because that was the most intense thing ever. Like, I would have been calling it quits. Like, I'm done. Like, I just got licked. After that whole situation, she just paddled straight out there and just sent it.
Paddling.
I've heard people comment that it would be so hard with one arm. That comment was sticking in my brain. I don't want that to be my reason for not trying. ocean is so much for me. It's my passion and my love, but also my place of healing and reflection, and somewhere where I can just be me.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet.
These petals can resemble different things in our lives. I think it can resemble the loss of our limb. It can resemble family pain. It can resemble eating disorders. Oh, we lost another petal. It's still so beautiful, and so are we. I believe this is how God sees each and every one of you. And at the end of the day, like, life's gonna continue to have struggles and pain, but knowing Christ, we have an amazing future.
That we have each other, and for that we have each other, and we will rise, we'll rise, oh, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. You.
Makana the lion loves to have fun.
In the ocean and under the sun.
And what this lion loves most of all is riding the waves, both big and small. How can a lion surf, you may say?
By practicing hard, day after day.
Crush! The big wave swallows her up. Flipping and tumbling, she's had quite enough. Discouraged and scared, she runs back to shore.
Makana does not want to surf anymore.
But then Mr. Turtle has something to say. Remember, we all fall along the way. You need to get up. You need to be brave. Go out there again and catch a new wave. The great wave she searched for is finally here. It's big and it's strong, and she has no fear. From that day forward, she told everyone, when fears and doubts start to come your way,
be unstoppable. That's what Makana would say.